Gandhi was a compassionate, inspirational, and a determined leader who through peaceful actions gained independence for India, leaving behind a non-violent legacy. Mahatma Gandhi was one of the most influential leaders in history. He was born October 2nd, 1869. His life and his teachings will always be remembered. An entire nation rallied behind him in his fight to gain independence for India and stop the oppression from Great Britain. He led hundreds of thousands of people on multiple freedom marches and hunger strikes. His peaceful approach to problems in life and his philosophy of nonviolent protest was proven to be very successful in the struggle to gain freedom for India. Gandhi was the type of leader that always thought of others and put their needs before his own. He sacrificed everything to ensure that his country would be free from tyranny. Mahatma Gandhi will forever be one of the greatest leaders that ever lived. Gandhi was a very inspirational leader. He inspired the world with his faith in truth and justice. He always said, "You must be the change you want to see in the world." Gandhi is immortalized as the nation's founding father and remains one of the world's most beloved figures. Gandhi also had a lot of determination as a leader. He found a new way of life with peace and harmony. He fought for rights for his fellow countrymen and women. He also led a 248-mile march against the British imperialism. Gandhi was also a very compassionate leader. He always said, "Power based on love is 1,000 times more effective and permanent." He also said, "There are many causes I am prepared to die for, but no cause I am prepared to kill for." That is why he always believed nonviolence was the way to go, and that's also why he said, "An eye for an eye will only make the world blind." Gandhi was the leader of 1/5 of the world's people. One of his most devoted disciples was Malala Ben. She was a woman who always stood by Gandhi's side. Gandhi had such a magnificent talent to where he could speak to thousands of people as if he was speaking to them one-on-one. One or two of his speeches actually frightened a few of the French authorities. Wherever he traveled, he had followers that supported him dearly. Something about him touched hearts all over the world. He had hundreds or even sometimes thousands of people that came to see him and follow him. Gandhi became an activist in the early 1900s in South Africa. By 1920, he was the most visible figure in the movement for India's independence. My friends and family, they don't understand. They fear they'll lose so much if you take my hand, but for you. He had people who would wait outside of a building in the rain just to come see him, just like a modern day celebrity. Gandhi was a rebel for a just cause. He always did what he felt was right, no matter the cost. Some of the hunger strikes Gandhi led were to protest the oppression of India's poorest class. Golden grand piano, my beautiful could steal you. Ooh, I'd leave it all. Ooh, for you, I'd leave it all.
Perceive through my senses. It transcends the senses, but it is possible to reason out the existence of God to a limited extent. Even in ordinary affairs, we know that people do not know who rules or why and
life,
how he rules.
Truth,
and yet
light,
they
love,
know that there
supreme.
is a power that certainly rules. In my tour last year in Mysore, I met many poor villagers, and I found upon inquiry that they did not know who ruled Mysore. They simply said, some god ruled it. If the knowledge of these poor people was so limited about their ruler, I, who am infinitely lesser in respect to God than they to their ruler, need not be surprised if I do not realize the presence of God, the King of Kings. Nevertheless, I do feel, as the poor villagers felt about Mysore, that there is orderliness in the universe. There is an unalterable law governing everything and every being that exists or lives. It is not a blind law, for no blind law can govern the conduct of living beings. And thanks to the marvelous researches of Sir J.C. Bose, it can now be proved.
Gandhi's powerful movements left behind a legacy that will forever change the face of the earth. Through his teachings, he inspired many individuals to stand up for what he believed in. Without Gandhi, India would have never achieved independence. His wisdom has connected people around the world and showed them that your goals can be accomplished without violence. Even after his death, his philosophies continue to be practiced and motivates people everywhere. Everything Gandhi has done for us will never be forgotten, and he will be remembered as one of the greatest leaders in history.